Mcluvin News here, reporting in with the disappointment of the 17-day mark of Donald Trump's now second ongoing longest government shutdown. Now, I realize nobody wants to hear about this, but there's a reality of doing a little bit of checks in the annals of history if you haven't looked this stuff up. Ronald Reagan takes the cake with number one with the most government shutdowns. Not the longest, just number one. He had 8 total. They were maybe 3 days at max at best. Jimmy Carter takes number 2 with 5 of those, and one of the longest being 16 days. Donald Trump is number 3, where his first was only a period of a brief, short period of maybe a day, maybe 2, barely. And the second was a maximum of, 16 days. Actually, 16 days. So we move on. No, sorry, I'm wrong. 35 days. I'm sorry, if you thought I was going to be light about that, no, it's 35 days. It was in through 2018 during December, if you all remember, for those who actually recall, all the way to January 25th of 2019. So it was 2018, back in December of 2018. So now we're going on for 17 days, and no King's Day March starts off tomorrow. So what we need to remember is, with non-functioning government, which clearly proves there's a bipartisan division between both parties, it's not like it's new news here, people. We're just accepting this with complacency, realizing, the party's divided. This country's definitely always been divided. There's always going to be some racism sewed in, some hatred, some disagreement. That's just common. That's part of what America makes America. Not everything is bigger and better when we do it in ways of dysfunction in government, not functioning and working for us, the American people. If there was ever going to be a function of something that wouldn't work very well right now, we'll see how well things function through when Americans are protesting and standing up. But that doesn't mean we need to create more horror, more distraction, and more shameful annals of history to harm anybody and cause any harm to anyone during these protests. On No King's March Day, let's make sure the government hears us loud and clear. For those who are out there marching, please be safe. Make a good example for our kids and our generations, because with the dysfunction of what's going on right now between the Republicans and the Democrats, you have to ask the question, where is the Republicans and the Democrats? Where is the function of our government? Back to central ground focus. Just like I've made in a previous past video, you don't pass your DMV test by parking too far left, shot at you liberals, and parking too far right, you conservatives, because what about the value of being a true conservative? Actually valuing things and staying centered on those beliefs, even if you are focused on those core values, instead of being all over the place and trying to be more to fearmonger and tear down and create doubt and tear apart the new people who come to this country and make them feel unwelcome, and even test those who aren't solely on your bias of what is the belief of Christianity. The true Christians, as Will Shot put on a recent 28th season of South Park provingly puts, if we're going to really allow the Lord Jesus Christ to be broken for those who are deep, faithful believers, I don't think so. And for those who core value this country, I think it's proud time for Americans and families and fathers and mothers and single individuals of all genders and ethnicities to stand together for our kids, because without the present, there is no future.